Hi, my name is Theo Lensicki, and I am at the Scranton Cultural Center here with the tour of Young Frankenstein. We are at the stage door, so I'm going to take you guys backstage to see what the action is back there. Come on in. All right, so in every Broadway show or any tour that comes to a different venue, we always hit up the call board first. Now on the call board is our sign-in sheet, which has every cast member's name and then a spot of the date, and they'll sign in so that everyone knows that they're here. Also on the call board is dressing room assignments, and then every venue may have some cuts to the show, so they're all listed here as well. Right here we have actually 2 understudies on tonight, which is an awesome experience for them, and it tells us who's on and who's out and what track, and the date of the performance. Also on the call board, we have the props repair and the wardrobe repair. Today it's a good thing because all costumes are in check. If you guys want to follow me, now we're going to go downstairs to where the dressing rooms are, and that's where everybody will do their quick changes and get ready for the show. Now, when we come into the theater, there's always signs that label where everything is. So this is the dressing rooms, the pit, and the wardrobe, so that's where we're headed. Now, the Cultural Center actually has a great history with being so old and historic. So a lot of the tours that come through here, my friends in New York always say, oh, I signed the wall there, look for my tour there, so it's always cool. So right here, as you can see, what I just said is all the walls are signed, personalized by all the New York actors that came through the area on tour. This is actually the dressing room of Kinsey, who's going on for Inga tonight. Usually principals in the show have their own dressing rooms, so all of these right here are single dressing rooms. Sometimes the venues are smaller, so we have to compile more people in a dressing room. And as you can hear, the sound check is happening right now, which we'll head upstairs to see a little bit of that later.
I realize it's a rather shabby fate for a chap to do to his creator, but I'm afraid
Now for the ensemble dressing rooms, right here, outside, just like we filmed earlier, it has all the people that are in the ensemble dressing room. So this is the girls' ensemble dressing room, and all their costumes and everything will be preset in there for the start of the show. And then right here is the men's ensemble dressing room. I'm actually one of the swings in the show, so I understudy and cover all of the men on the ensemble, and therefore if somebody's out, then I'm in. Right here, the numbers on all of the dressing rooms, okay, for all the locals, it's easier for them to know somebody's number rather than a name, because that's a lot of names to know. Right in here is actually all the tours that have come through the Cultural Center, and it has signings of all the cast members. And actually, I was here in January of 2010 with Hairspray, and there's my signature right there on the wall. So it's always fun to come home and play the hometown crowd. All right, now we're backstage. This is Espinoza, one of our sound technicians. The cast and the ensemble is going to begin their group sound check, which usually they do the opening number, and you'll hear the overture a little bit. This is the fly system back here, so all the drops that travel with the company. We have 4 trucks that carry all the sets, the props, the costumes, and basically what all the fly system does is we have our crew and a local crew, so they have to learn the entire show within a matter of hours before it goes up. If you can turn right around, you'll see some of the cast members right there ready to do sound check. And then there's one of our drops and the set pieces. And all these people in blacks are all the locals from the Scranton area that are here to help out with the tour. Every venue we go to, we have a new set of local helpers. What they do is they help with costume changes, they help with set changes, and they're really a great asset to the touring production. You'll be able to hear them sing in just a bit. Now we'll head back here to the props. Which one's coming through right now? This is Chris.
Hi.
He does all of our props on tour. He's wonderful. All right, come this way. So back here at the Cultural Center, it's a very unique space. There's the ballroom, which houses all of the props and all of the costumes that are being used for quick changes and things on stage. And this is right from the stage, as you saw the easy access. On each side of the stage there are prop bins. So for the show, these are all specific to all the characters' props that they need, and they know whether to come stage right or stage left. There's a song called Roll in the Hay. These are the horses, and actually actors put these horse heads on and actually pretend like they're horses. It's one of the funnier parts in the show. There are random set pieces right here. This is the monster head that in Join the Family Business comes out and is run by actors. It actually is ginormous on stage and has a really cool effect. Like I was mentioning, the prop boxes over there. There's another one on the other side of the stage, so the actors know exactly where to pick up their props and put them back so that they can travel to the next venue with us. This is another set piece for School of Medicine that Dr. Frankenstein works at. And then this over here, set piece, the gallows where they hang Dr. F at the end of the show. And then this is also the Welcome to Transylvania sign, as you see back there. So all the additional lights that haven't been used for this venue are sitting right over there. So that would be the lights and the sound equipment. And if you want to turn around, you can get a view of the backdrop right here. You can't actually see the front of it, which we did earlier, but this is what it would look like from the ballroom onto the stage right now. There are several drops that this show uses. So luckily in Scranton, the house is big enough that we can use pretty much all of them. So it's always great when we have a full show. Coming back here, I'm going to move this out of the way. This is where all the wigs and costume gondolas are set up. So if someone does not have enough time to go downstairs to change their costume, it will be set up in these back here. I'll just slide this over for a little bit. You can see there's all stations set up right there, and all the actors' names and numbers are on the floor right there. And then these are all the costumes that they'll have to change into quickly to make their next entrance. And it's very convenient because they're right backstage. In here, these are the wig gondolas and all the wigs. This is actually going to be something fun for you to see. This is right here, the head of the monster. They're actually like a silicone fabric, and then that gets put on their head like a bald cap. And then they get all greenified, just like Alphaba does in Wicked. It's a year of green at the Cultural Center with Shrek coming through and the monster in Young Frankenstein. And these are all the wig stations. As you see, some of them are already on the blocks, getting prepped and ready for the performance tonight. The cast knows which local to go to because it has local A, so they know exactly what crew member and what track they're following when they're on stage and in performance. And this is just another view of backstage with all the props and sets. Right here is one of my favorite and least favorite set pieces in the show. This is the Puttin' on the Ritz drum. It's the 11 o'clock number in Act 2, and it's a huge tap number where everybody has these huge monster tap shoes on. But it can be pretty cumbersome, but it's essential to this spectacle that is Puttin' on the Ritz. So that's definitely one of the favorite numbers in the show. And over here, we have them starting to set up some of the lab pieces. Everything from skeleton heads to books of science to beakers, and those are part of the set pieces, and they're on wheels, so they're easy access to get on and off. Now, on every show, aside from the cast and the crew and the local crew that helps us all out and the musicians, we have our company manager. So I'll bring you back here. She basically takes care of all of our travel, hotel arrangements, make sure the company is, up to par on everything. And she's set up in a different place every venue. Currently, she's back here, I'm not sure. But right here is the makeshift production office. This has city sheets for everywhere that we're going, all information. We're actually traveling to Canada after this. So it has city sheets, accident reports in case any actor does happen to get hurt throughout the production. And she's not here, but basically this is her little makeshift office for this venue here in the ballroom. And so that's where she does her job throughout the show. And right through the doors in the Cultural Center, we're back right into the lobby where all of the guests and fans of the musical theater world will come to see the show tonight. So yeah, it's been a great time taking you backstage to see everything, and I hope to see you next year here at the Cultural Center.